I did put it on my chin.
Do it again.
What is it?
Put it.
What is it? What is it?
Put it on your chin.
This is my goddamn chin.
Put it on your chin.
I put it on my cheek.
Exactly.
Stop fucking these hoes. Do what, Smith? Just get you one woman because do what? Because
Multiply.
and he called me a care bear. Just one woman. She made your credit score go up. And your bank account fat. 40 points today. Let me borrow $20. Motherfucker. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of 30 Something Verging. We are doing what we always do, goofing around. Yeah, they got me with that TikTok thing. I look real silly. I look real silly, but it was all in good fun.
Y'all be so serious. This is my shit.
This is it. But at any rate, thank y'all for joining us once again. If you hadn't had the opportunity to go like and subscribe to 30 Something and Verging on YouTube, Facebook, or the podcast platforms, please go do so now. You are missing out on great content. Tonight, we are going to be discussing a very, very fun topic, and I'm going to be actually discussing it with a close friend of mine from work. We are going to be talking about, hold on one second here. I'm responding to him now because he's asking me a question. We're going to be talking to a good friend of mine about, so my little sister about 2 weeks ago, my little sister Misha, shout out to number 7, she posted this meme and it says, you treat a man good, he not going to see no other female but you. Y'all see my face? No, all lies. So when I saw that, I wanted to, you know how you always like, I'm like, oh, my siblings post or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't like it. And I got up on her post and I was like, number 7, we got to unpack this. We got to talk about this because what's your definition of good? And what's your definition of him not being with another female? Do you mean like not being with another female in your face? Do you mean like maybe him not being with another female for like a month? Like what necessarily is that? So tonight I'm going to talk to one of my great friends, Sterling Smith. He is an awesome human being. He's also a SPED teacher, SPED coordinator if I'm not mistaken. And he just recently had a baby at the end of 2019. Adelaide, she's super gorgeous. She has these gorgeous little eyes. And he's currently engaged. And we always sit up and talk to each other at work just about life in general, and sometimes relationships and different things would come up. And he always had like a great perspective or outlook on like what it meant to be in a successful relationship and just thinking about everything. So when I sent him this meme, I was like, we got to unpack this. And he sent me back like these laughing memes like, yeah, we got to unpack this. So I'm going to give him a call. Y'all, let's give him a shout, round of applause. This might not be the round of applause. Let's give him a round of applause as we get him on the line. Oh, God, that was hilarious. Oh, my God. This is hilarious. I can't take this. Did it stop ringing? Hello?
What's up?
Hey, how are you?
Well,
Well, y'all, I just want y'all to know that off top, He got a slick mouth and my mouth is slick, so you might hear us talking like real bad to each other, but it's all in fun. All in fun. So Virgins, welcome Sterling Smith to 30 Something Verging. So, what you been up to, Mr. Smith?
Hey, I've been chilling. Just transitioning back to San Antonio.
You said what? Just transitioning to what?
Back to San Antonio?
Back to San Antonio house, Adelaide.
Yeah. She's doing well. She's doing well, growing.
She's doing well and growing. How's the fiance? Oh, no, have you already got married?
Huh? No, not yet.
Not yet.
Planning the wedding.
Planning the wedding. Awesome. So, I just told the Vergers that I sent you a meme, and you told me that we could unpack it. That we could actually talk about this and really dig into this. So, you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Now, this is gonna be like one of the, like, you know how we used to sit up in my classroom and talk shit? This is what I want this to feel like real honest, real down to the middle of it. All right?
All right, bet.
All right, cool. So, the meme that I sent Mrs. Smith, as I told you all, it says, you treat a man good, he not gonna see no other female but you. So, Mrs. Smith, do you believe that? Do you believe that if a girl just treats you good, that you're not gonna look at anybody else?
Absolutely.
Absolutely?
No, I'm just joking. I'm joking. Nah, man, that's a lot. I think there's a lot of different variables that go along with that. It just can't be like, black and white. It can be some gray area. And I say variables because it depends on who the person that you're dealing with. That makes sense.
So do you mean like the type of person?
It can be the type of man that you're dealing with. It can be the place where that man is in his life. It depends. It's just a lot of like I said, a lot of different variables. But
70 years.
I'm just gonna give an example. Back when I was 23, 24, it didn't matter what a girl did. I wasn't gonna be with just one girl because that's just not what I wanted at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So she could have, tried to, be the best woman she could be. She can come over, cook, clean. She could buy me gifts or whatever. But because I didn't want that in my, I didn't want that at the time. I didn't want to give, all of myself to somebody. I, kind of pushed people away because, hey, I didn't want that.
So, question.
Yeah.
I have a couple of friends, and like just different stuff that I've read, saw, whatever, where because your mom and dad are still together, right?
Correct.
So normally, and this is just me asking, not stereotyping or anything like that. Normally, people who come from a 2-family household, they want monogamy. Like initially, what made it not what you wanted? Was it just, as they say in Coming to America, you wanted to sow your royal oats while you were younger? Like, what made you what made you want to push people away and have multiple people?
Well, I do agree that for me, I did. I've always wanted, to be married and, monogamy and having, the white picket fence and all that. But, sometimes, us 2-parent household kids get out into the world and we realize that not everybody was raised like you. And, you get your feelings hurt. And a lot of times, sometimes when people get their feelings hurt, it can be, it could be like a good guy turn bad or a good girl turn bad situation to where they've been like, oh man, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I've been a good person and stuff like that. And then they just go to a point where it's like, forget it. I'm gonna do me. So I probably went through that. I'm gonna do me today.
Okay, you feel like he went through like, oh, okay, cool. I don't know. I didn't come from a 2-parent household. My mom, my little, well, I guess I did per se, but he wasn't my daddy. He was my little sister and daddy, and I wasn't studying him. But shout out to Charlie. At any rate, my dad wasn't in the house. And I guess the relationship that I saw, it showed me certain things that I didn't want. Like,
right.
I was more focused on like, trying to be when I started dating, I wanted to like be in a relationship where we were trying to build something. And
right.
once I got older, I realized like you was trying to build something at like 19 and 20. You should have been sitting your punk ass down. But then you think about some people, they marry their high school sweethearts or they get married young. You know what I'm saying? Like some people are ready for that. And I thought at that moment that I was ready for that. Like that's what I was like. You were like, I want the white picket fence. I want the kids. I want the house by this age. Da 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 this, da da that. And got into a couple of bad relationships. And they weren't bad like physical abuse, but just like, you know, people lie, cheat, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All of my friends were always like, well, Akilah, I had one cousin tell me the best way to get over somebody is to get up under somebody else. Then another friend was like, well, Akilah, you need to be out here hoeing too, because if he cheating, you should be cheating. I was just like, but that's not me. That's not my character. Like,
right.
I think I remember telling you one time we were talking, and I was like, I should have just been a hoe, because you know it was like hoes be winning.
They do. They out here, they got trips and cars and all that stuff.
But is that really a win, though, Sterling? Like, is that really a win? Because he take you on a trip, but you can't post the pictures?
Depending on what you want.
So it really does boil down to, like, what you want. I just don't, I guess for me, I've never understood. Like, I realized this year, maybe last year, like, in one of my relationships, I was pushing somebody to be something that they just weren't. Like, I really wanted them to be something else. And they were... I think I was forcing this guy to like live a lie, like he was this person when he wasn't.
Right.
And I think it was because he was maybe trying to keep up with the standards of who I am. And I was like, that's unfortunate, because if the person had communicated openly, I'm not gonna say that I would have been like, okay, I can be a side chick or I could be one of the chicks, but if you had communicated openly about how you felt about like who I was as a person and where you were as a person, I'm not saying it could have worked, but we could have been better to each other, I think. But
you probably would have just knew what it was and moved on. It wouldn't hurt so bad, probably.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't. So, what do you define as what made you decide, like, hey, I'm ready to settle down? What was the defining thing that made you say, like, I'm ready to settle down?
First off, I mean, I've always, loved my fiance. I always knew that she was the type of woman that I wanted to be with. However, I just had to make a decision. I feel like some people think that it's going to be like this, oh, I love at first sight thing. But love is like, you can love somebody but not treat them right or, not commit to them. So I just feel like I just made a decision. I feel like I looked in the future and said, man, do I want to be, what do I want in life? And the person that I wanted to be and, the person who I wanted to build with was right there in front of me. So I had to just make a decision like, okay, I'm going to commit to this person because I already love this person. I know that she's good for me. I know we're good for each other, but I'm making a decision to commit to her.
Okay, so it's just like that. You can't make me do what I want to do. I got to do it myself. There's a lot of people. I had a lot of friend girls growing up. They were like, "Oh, if you just do X, Y, and Z, then he ain't gonna do this." And I'm like, they gonna do what they want to do regardless. Like their choice. Whatever they like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. You ain't gonna make me stay in the house. You ain't finna make me dress no particular. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And so I get what you're saying. Like it had to be something, I guess, like introspective, where you were looking into yourself to see, like, is this what I want? How do I see my future? How do I see my life? And you begin to prepare for that.
Exactly. And so I just feel like some people, they just like I said, they waiting on this, this magical. It didn't happen like that for me. Like something magical. I mean, like I said, most people know. Most guys know, like, okay, this is the type of person I want to be with. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We know probably months or years before we actually say like, okay, we're gonna settle down. You know,
You
but
know months or years before.
yeah, we can know like, oh, this is the person who I want to be with, but it's it's more of like a, I don't know, it's just a, I don't know,
Is
it's
it a
not.
feeling, or is it like, so like, you know how people they say they want to lose weight and they be talking, they do all these fad diets, and then finally they go and they do exactly what they say they're gonna do. They exercise every day, they stop eating the sugar, like they stop doing it because they know that's their ultimate goal. Is it like that, or is it just something just sparking you and you stop and you say, this is what I want to do, this is where I want to be?
That's a good example. I know I want to. You know, you want to lose weight. You know what you want to do. You watch all these videos. You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get like that one day. I'm gonna looking at people on Instagram that you want to compare your body to. But until you make that decision, like, you know what, I'm gonna put some action behind these feelings. So I guess that's what it is. That's how it was for me, as far as, you know, settling down and, you know, trying to move into that direction of family.
Okay, so that's a good transition into this. So just so you know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you remember, we was in the classroom one day and we were talking about credit scores.
Uh-huh.
And you was like, niggas got problems. They need to get one female. Get them one female, she gonna bring them up. You remember that?
Right.
So I have that in my phone, and my production manager, he gonna put it in this video, right? What all has happened or transitioned in your life since you decided, like, hey, I'm gonna settle down and we're gonna build together? How has she helped you grow, and how do you think you've helped her grow as a person?
Man, I feel like people don't really realize, especially like nowadays, how many blessings it is when you like actually, you know, focus on the person that you're supposed to be with. You know what I'm saying? Like, my account numbers went up. We just closed on the house.
Okay, congratulations.
Appreciate it. Man, I've grown to be more patient. I've grown to put others before me. I would rather make sure that my family's straight with who I am. That, you know, you live in the world kind of tells you to be selfish and get yours and things like that. You know, probably sleep with as many women as you can, or just get as much money as you can on your own. You don't need nobody, especially in our community. We act like we don't need nobody, but really, if you give up, you know, all of those selfish things, that you can get, you know, where you want to go a lot faster than just one.
So you feel like by being with someone and having someone that you can focus on and share things with, that you can begin to grow exponentially, like you can succeed better.
Absolutely. However, there are things you have to give up. You know, it's just not like, oh yeah, I got this person and, you know, everything's just A1, everything is just amazing, which it is, but you got to say like, oh, I probably can't just get up and go when I want to. I probably just can't come in at 2:00 in the morning when I want to. And I probably can't just go buy these shoes when I want to. I got to go consult with somebody. I got to go be like, hey, is this in the budget or something like that? And some people don't want to do that.
Okay, so I got a question, because you just said something that I have been talking about with friends. So you feel like there needs to question, because I'm trying to word this, because I'm not trying to get in your business, because I don't want to do that. But like, as far as like money,
Right.
do you all, is it like I get to do whatever I want to do here, but we put something here together, or how do you feel that should work within like a relationship where you're getting married and doing those different things?
I feel like everybody has their own. First of all, everybody's differently financially. there may be a situation where there's one person making a lot more than the other. So, it just depends. Well, you know what? I'll just stick to my experience. All right, my experience is that my fiance stays home. My fiance stays home with our child because just with all the COVID things going on, just with financially, it's just better that she stays home and takes care of our child, which is great, right? Financially, I'm just the one working, so yes, I am bringing in the money per se, but it's our money. So if I make any major purchases, I'm not going to do that without her consent or without, letting her know that, and vice versa.
Okay. That's awesome. That's real maturity. Like, when we're doing this together, we made this particular decision for you to stay at home, X, Y, and Z. Do you think that you would have made the decision to stay at home outside of COVID-19?
Yeah, I probably would, but more like it seems like it's going to be a little bit longer because of COVID. I thought it was going to be a shorter period of time, but with everything going on, yeah, she's probably going to stay at the house. But I don't want her to feel like, oh, I'm making the money, so yeah, I can spend how I want to spend and whatever. But because I got to realize that I couldn't go make money if she wasn't at home taking care of our child. I'd be paying for $1,200 in daycare and stuff like that. So it's a team effort, and I think when people realize it's a team effort, and then you put the ego to the side, and that's when you can reach that goal, whatever y'all trying to get to.
It's so strange because I feel, as I'm sitting here talking to you, I feel like, so like I have a friend that's dating this guy, and he's older than us. So like we're in our 30s, and I think he's in his mid 40s. And because I don't want to put her business out there like that per se, I'm not gonna say her name or nothing. But the guy, he's sort of like a hood guy, and like I be in my head, so I'm like, okay, I can understand you being like super hood, like because you're from the hood, 18, 19. I can understand it even happening a little bit in your 20s, right?
Right.
But I'm like, man, like in your 40s, you should be, like your mindset should not be like, for him, he has to always be right. And this is just me on the outside looking in from what I know.
Right.
It seems as if he always has to be right.
Right.
And that seems to be the thing that makes him secure and makes him feel like a man. That he's right, he knows everything, and that he's the breadwinner. And she's a business owner, so she really makes her own money. And it infuriates him when she does different things and she doesn't ask him. But he like takes a little bit longer, and then sometimes his ideas about things or his beliefs about things is completely screwed up because he still got that hood nigga mentality. And it's hindering their relationship from being successful because he's on like a total opposite spectrum of life, and he's the older person, and then she's the younger person. She's like, when we're talking, she's always like, well, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. And yesterday, maybe yesterday, the day before, she and I were talking, and she brought him up, and she was talking about him, and I was like, you in love with a guy that ain't gonna change. Like he like legit set in his ways. You've been there for 3 or 4 years. In those 3 or 4 years, he's changed a little bit. He may go out a little bit, but those like concrete beliefs of like my masculinity is set is determined or is shown because I'm right or I got money. I'm the richest person in the room. That is what defines him. Why is it that sometimes men feel defined or they feel like their masculinity is shown when they are the smartest or they know the most or they have the most money? Why is that attached to men's like strength or like their masculinity?
I mean, look, it's it comes with like the expectation that men are supposed to be the breadwinner. However, some people can take that power, use your power for good, and use your power for evil, right? Mm-hmm. So, who much is given, much is required. My dad was a breadwinner for my entire life. He was in the military. My mom, she either worked at in-home daycare or she didn't work at all. However, the maturity comes in to say that if you don't have that team mindset, then you're not going to see your partner as a partner. You're going to see that person as somebody that you take care of. And just like a child, you take care of a child and you expect a child to do as you say because they under your roof, eating up your food, you paying all the bills, and so if you want somebody, that's going to not, to not have that mindset to say like, oh well, as if he or she's better than you, then you probably still want somebody that sees you as a partner, or that person, maybe he should see his wife as a partner and not, as somebody he just takes care of.
But so see, like he doesn't take care of her, and I guess maybe I'm saying it wrong or whatever, because he doesn't take care of her necessarily. Like it's like, and I think that what you're saying is what their problem is. Neither one of them views the other as a partner. Right. I don't feel like it's like, to me it's like, I always tell her, it's like, it's both of y'all always trying to see who balls bigger. Like it's like I always like, oh, I did this, I did that, and it's always like some type of argument. And I was like, at one point I remember telling her like, girl, I'm not finna argue with nobody. We're not finna argue every day.
Also, you gotta I go off of people's experiences. Maybe in his past, this man is 40 years old. He done experienced women that all they want is somebody that got bread. And he knows that he's been able to get away with shit for 40 years or maybe 15, 20 years, because that's probably when he started making bread. He probably noticed that, hey, I've been getting away with this shit because I got bread now. Because a broke nigga can't get away with the stuff that a nigga with bread can get away with. And
I know some broke niggas getting away with a whole bunch of bitches just done. My bad.
Right. Right.
But I totally get what you're saying. But I guess I don't.
I mean, that just might be his experience.
Yeah. But so even with that though, and I totally agree with what you're saying, but I can't, and because you always be hollering like I'm a Care Bear, like Akilah, you live in the wrong world. I just feel like in my mind that if I've been through somebody cheating on me consistently, and I'm not gonna go into another relationship and be like, oh, you a cheater too, because the person that was before you cheated on me.
Well, that's very big of you. That's very big of you. Not everybody see that.
No, but I'm saying I don't, because I feel like I'm not affording myself or the person, if we're in a relationship, I'm not affording us an opportunity to succeed if I already come in with baggage from the last relationship. Like I'm gonna have baggage, right? And I just want your honest answer here, because at this point, like, I just don't understand why you feel that I wouldn't be a successful sugar baby.
The way you're interrogating me right now is one example of why you would not be a good sugar.
So I just need to.
Why you asking me all these daggone questions? I don't pay you to come over here to ask me all these daggone questions now. Mildred would have never answered that.
It has to be unpacked sooner or later, but I'm not going to be like, oh, you a hoe off top, unless I see red flags. If I see red flags, then I'm probably not going to get into that thing. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, but you say, why do you say it's this big of me to?
Hey, but not